Hello and welcome back to It Is New. I pronounced It Is New. So people don't get confused. Can I say it is new or it has to be It's New? That's the name of the show.
It's got to be It's New.
Yeah, first off, since when do you do long form content?
Actually, I used to always mess up like the grammar stuff around where the it's versus like it is and like where to put stuff. So I always wrote it out like instead of like messing up where I should put stuff. Because I went to Jewish day school and my English wasn't that great. It was good to see that you're alive, Morty. We were a little concerned, and now we don't know where Crystal is, so it's a little concerning. So this is a very concerning channel.
She's alive.
Okay,
that's good. Great.
That's good to know. So what are you talking about, Morty?
It's the update nobody wanted, and take that, world. Now you have that crap too.
Cool. I'll be talking about local places, comparison site interface changes, Cor Vitals, will it matter, and some Bing IndexNow batch mode stuff. What do you got for us, Greg?
All right, Extreme couponers can rejoice as Google is testing a frequently saved label in the SERPs.
Yeah, so it's the update nobody wanted. Google's expanding AI overviews to 100 countries. So now everyone gets AI over except the EU and some other countries. I'm not a geographer.
I think I would count you as a geographer if that exists.
Don't tell anybody. You're supposed to know, but
It's
I don't
funny,
think there are
listed,
any EU countries on this list.
They listed Europe as like one of the regions, and everyone's like, where list in that list is not one European country.
Oh, so Google's not a geographer.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Can you list every single 100 plus countries right now?
Chad.
I'll just show a screenshot of it. Go ahead.
Chad. I don't know. Brazil. I know Brazil was in there.
Canadians are happy. So.
Oh, okay. Not the EU though.
Argentina's in there. Oh, the Bahamas are in there. Bolivia. Thank God. Canada. Hey, how about that? I mean, it's just like it's going to be in each language or the languages of that country. So in Japan, it'll be in Japanese. In Portugal, it'll be in Portuguese. And yay, it's great. I mean, the commentary I've seen is like, no one wanted this. So I saw someone from Canada being like, great, now we have to have this too.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Contrarian point of view, of course.
No, I think the Google experience should be the same regardless of the country that you're in. And I think if this is the way that it's going, and it would be great to have other people being able to experiment and use and see what this is. Now, if I could take it away, I'd take it away. But it's here, and I think everybody should have the same experience.
What I saw in terms of the commentary from SEOs is Glenn Gabe obviously mentioned like you can't break out your impression, your Search Console data to see AI overviews. And everybody's like, just be prepared. You're going to see a lot more impressions without those clicks. So just be prepared if you see that because there's over 1 billion searchers going to have access to it in the coming days, I guess, weeks. And you'll probably get a lot of impressions, but not as many clicks.
Yeah, the AI overviews were just really helpful for me recently. I was asking for like the scariest Halloween costume. It did really good.
What was the scariest costume?
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman, he's such a jerk.
That was a Greg overview.
Anyway, let's move on to local stuff. So in the EU, they were testing an interface that us in the US do not have, the ability to see comparison sites. So Google got in trouble for going ahead and basically dismantling every competitor on the internet out there, somewhat of a monopolistic practice. And companies like Yelp or Yell or any other companies with an Y next to it?
Scream, Yelp, Yell, Scream.
Something like that. I'm not getting into Halloween stuff, but these search engines aren't really useful anymore because Google just shows their own local stuff. In any event, Google's now in Europe for the past couple of years, maybe a year or so, have been showing comparison sites, and they call them compare sites. But now they're testing a new interface, and it seems like it might be live for some in the US, where Google's have this business pack or local pack that shows places from the Google local places section, and then comparison sites like Yelp, Craigslist, Facebook, MapQuest, Yell, Groupon, Treatwell, Silex UK, and Facebook and other sites that compete with with Google's local results. It's pretty cool. I think it's a nice interface. I like it. I'm sure Greg does not because I don't see any sponsor listings in there, but we'll see.
Are they actually call them comparasites? Because that'd be a great name for them. Comparasites.
I'll recommend. I'll post. You should make money on that. Actually, you trademarked it here.
Was
and
this
then
part of the DMCA thing, by the way, like from years ago? Is that what that is?
Sorry,
this is part of the That's part of the whole DMCA thing, right? The
digital DMA, digital marketing act. DMCA is like when somebody steals your content and.
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant DMA.
You can't
YMCA.
Google. And then Cor Vitals, another topic. So a topic I covered 1 billion times in Search Engine Roundtable. John Mueller, a couple weeks ago on LinkedIn, said, we've been pretty clear that Cor Vitals are not a giant factor in ranking. And I doubt you see a big drop just because of that. Basically, people like a case study. I improved my speed. My Cor Vitals went from purple to hot red to green to whatever. I don't even know. And my rankings improved. And John Mueller's like, sorry to let you down, but no, you're smoking something. You're smoking Core Web Vitals. In any event, then John Mueller and Google says, no, Core Web Vitals are not a big deal. Obviously, if your site's super slow, move to Wix and you'll be fine. And I know Wix spends a lot of time and resources on making sure Core Web Vitals are great.
We do, actually. I just saw the new data for, I can't say what, and it looks great.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah. And then if you have problems getting indexed, you could use IndexNow, but don't use batch mode. According to Ryan Siddle on LinkedIn, he basically basically Bing is saying in Bing Webmaster Tools new recommendation section that do not batch group URL groups for IndexNow. They give you a notice saying batch mode is not recommended as it can cause server overload and delays in indexing. Interesting. IndexNow allows you to use batch mode using the API, but yet it will actually potentially have the opposite effect of what IndexNow actually wants to accomplish. So why allow it? I don't know, but it's there. That being said, I know we have some new topics from Greg. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so there was a test spotted in the wild in the Google SERPs, and the example showed a recently saved label right above the search engine results listing. And in one case, it looked like there was sort of like one tab in the icon, and then another case, it looked like it was almost like two different tabs in there. So two different icons, I would say, for this. I'm not really sure how you would become frequently saved necessarily. I like the frequently visited. I do use that a lot when I'm searching and I'm like, oh, there it is. But the saved part, I feel like Google has really dropped the ball with that. There were some of those bookmarks that they had tried to put out there. I'm not sure if that's how this is driven. I know it's a test and there's not a ton of information for this. But the visited thing makes sense to me. The save does not, just because that's not what people are thinking about is I want to save the search result.
Yeah, I don't know if it used to be Google had multiple times a save search result feature. I don't know if it's active now, but it looks like that icon from that previous save feature. So not sure if it's snuck in there again.
I just want to know whose job is to sit around at Google and think up of these tests.
It used to be Marissa Meyer, who's no longer there.
They think so backwardly about this. Like even the notes, it's like people don't care about the fact that you made a listing. They care about the listing. They care about the site that is listed so that people can go there. Like we don't need all this nonsense about trying to save different results. It's not that big of a deal. It's a search engine that is providing me an answer. Like I don't need notes and I don't need to save these things.
Right. But Google does need to give you information around why you should spend more money with Google Ads, right?
Yes, and this is actually, I would say, a helpful update. Google Ads has what's called recommendations and optimization score. I would say that most of the time, what those recommendations are aligned with is the stock price and not your success. So take that with a grain of salt. But they are also implementing some more data behind some of these changes. One of the most infamous changes that they had for these recommendations was the generic raise your budgets recommendation. And when they launched that, there was never a lower your budgets recommendation. So I said, this is a junk recommendation. They now can show you what might happen if you raise your budget. So there's a little hover over and you might say, if you raise your budget to X, you will get 38 more clicks or 24 more clicks and give you a little bit more insight onto that. And all this is click based. So look at what your goals are. You may want to look at some of this and implement it. You may not. But it is nice that now there's a little bit more context so that people can feel confident in recommendation, because when the recommendations came out, There was no confidence. There was no anything. It was all kind of looked like a shakedown. This is a step in the right direction.
Great. So I don't have to look under the cushions for any more coins. This is going to tell me if I will make money on those coins if I add them. So nice find there by Hannah.
Those coins are all gone. Smart bidding took them.
Oh. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the It's New show. We're back tomorrow with more news. Bye-bye.